we're all on the same side. Those of us living.
Oh, I ain't on your side.
Ah, but you are. You just don't know it yet.
I'm Gilbert Cruz for Time Magazine, and I'm here with director George A. Romero, who essentially invented the modern-day zombie with his classic Night of the Living Dead. George's new film, Survival of the Dead, is out in theaters now. George, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for asking.
Our first question is from Chris from St. Louis. Night of the Living Dead obviously was meant to be entertainment, but was it written with the metaphors of race and social injustice in mind, or is that something that critics ascribed to it after the movie came out?
The biggest theme that people talk about is the racial theme, which to some extent was accident. I mean, Dwayne Jones was the best actor from among our friends. And when we originally wrote the script, I co-wrote the script with a friend, and we were thinking of the guy as a white guy. And Dwayne just agreed to play the role, and so we thought, well, we'll be very hip and we won't change the script. But the same things happened to him when he, in our mind, was a white guy. I have to say that a lot of that was accident. It obviously gets a lot more powerful. And Dwayne and I talked about it while we were shooting the film. But by and large, the overriding thing that people read into, or that people read it as purely a racial message, was accidental.
George, our next question is from Charles Ott from Pittsburgh.
Hey.
I recently read that your career first began in Pittsburgh at WQED with TV pioneer Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Yeah.
What was that like? He's an icon.
All of us, everyone that I know who is still working in media of any kind today, Fred gave us all our start. It was my first job as a director, as a shooter and director.
Do you know if he ever watched your movies?
He did.
He did?
He
watched. What was his reaction?
He watched Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
It doesn't seem as if those two would match, Mr. Rogers and Night of the Living Dead.
No,
was
but he
did.
Enthusiastic
about it? Did he like
he
it?
was. I think he just honestly enjoyed them, or could appreciate them for what they were. He's just a very supportive guy. He was great.
We have a question that completely randomly about monkey shines.
Ah.
Ronnie Thomas, who is here from Brooklyn, New York, says, directors often say that working with animals is harder than working with people. Was that true of your film Monkey Shines, where you had to work with a psychotic primate?
The story is that this monkey winds up genetically linked with the guy and starts acting out his wishes, some of them ill wishes.
Stop it! From the director of Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, the master of terror and suspense.
But the monkey, we needed the monkey to appear to, love the guy. And so we had to wait for days when the monkey would be in heat and it would respond to this guy, They kept the monkey from seeing that he had to be the first male that she saw that day.
But was the monkey too in heat on certain days, or was that never a problem?
Oh, no, but those were the only days that we could shoot those scenes where the monkey was supposed to really be affectionate.
I remember several scenes where the monkey's hugging the man.
Yeah, that was it.
Our next question is, do you have a favorite horror movie? One that sticks.
It's all about what you see when you're at a certain age. The Thing, From Another World, Christian Nyby, the Howard Hawks production. It's the first movie that really did it to me, really scared me.
You have a favorite movie? Non-horror movie?
Yeah.
Movie of all time?
Yeah, the movie that made me want to make movies is The Archers, Michael Powell, Pressburger, called The Tales of Hoffman. Everyone says, what? But that's my favorite film of all time. It's a fantasy film. It's an opera. I saw it at a young enough age, too, and it turned me on to classical music. I could also see he did it on a very low budget, and you could see how he was doing some of it. You could see how the effects were done. It was transparent, and it made it accessible and made me think about the process of making film, and made me believe that maybe it was reachable,
The Archers movies are amazing.
Yeah.
I think I've only discovered them over the past year or so, but I've seen I know where I'm going. The Red Shoes,
Red Shoes,
Canterbury Tales, Black
Black
Narcissus.
Narcissus, yeah.
Yeah,
Colonel,
I mean,
Colonel Blimp is
you need to
unbelievable.
see those in the theater too. The colors are so lush. on so
Unbelievable.
many of
It's
those
the old,
movies.
it's the old Technicolor, process, 3-color dye process. Fabulous.
Our last question, George, is from Zachary Williams from Burnaby, British Columbia. Your Dead movies have been known for their strong socio-political subtext, but do zombies still have something to say about the world, or are there a limited number of stories one can tell with them? Do they have an expiration date?
Hopefully there is no expiration date on that. My zombies will never take over the world because I need the humans. The humans are the sort of the ones that I dislike the most, and they're where the trouble really lies. The zombies are just sort of, a lot of mosquitoes out tonight.
George, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank
This
you.
has been wonderful.
Thanks. Appreciate it.